Hello everyone, welcome back to the lab. So this is part 3 of the Infernoble combos post September 14 TCG Banlist. If you have not watched the previous two parts, feel free to go check those out first and come back to this one later. Then let's start with some single fiber combo next, where in some weird situations, maybe you're just not able to make an sold, but you're able to make a fiber. Those kind of situations do happen in like real tournaments, where also it could be like maybe you got interrupted, so maybe you have to switch into like a single fiber route afterwards, right? So here I'm just gonna show you what if you're only able to make a fiber, but no, it's sold. You can still end with a decent board. So for example, we start as red layer and ogre, any tuner or non-tuner, link summon into fiber. Fiber effect gonna summon out 0/1, then link fiber away for cross. Cross summon out 2 tokens. 1/1 into 2 for formula. Formula if I draw one. And 2/1 into 3. 3 if I bring whatever back. Here going to a second fiber, then going to Aurora Dome. So far, you're watching this part, you probably be asking, what's really the point of going through like the cross formula marcher, right? It's essentially just only give you one more card, but you can just literally go into like fiber and 0/1 into Aurora Dome. What's really the reason? The reason is later this combo, like you probably saw all other combos, you'll go through Power Tool and grab your Living Fossil. And in order to finish the ending board at 1, I need a level 2 tuner in the graveyard, which here is formula. And because you never go through Isolde, you never had access to Gamba. Unless you start with Gamba, but those are like rare situations, I would say. So this kind of situation, you like the point of going through cross formula marcher is just to send a level 2 tuner in the graveyard. It's just in addition to that, the formula also give you another bonus card, which is never a bad thing to have, right? That's why I go through this part. That's also why I always play 2 fiber, because you can always do the single fiber combo in this deck. So once you get to Orodom, you will see the very familiar board. It's just 1/3/3/3. Like unlike every other combo, since you didn't have it sold, there's nothing else with it. Therefore, you're actually gonna do things very differently. To be honest, you're gonna go 1/3 into 4. Then use Ordon effect to tribute both tokens to special summon Colwyn, and Colwyn effect gonna special summon 2 token back. Then trigger 0/1 again. Is this 4 necessary? A little bit, because if you do like straight into 7, then you will not have enough monster to tribute, or you just end with not having enough tuners. This 4 is like very good to like unclog your zones, so you can still resolve these here. At this point, you're gonna go with 4 and 3 into Power Tool, and Power Tool effect, reveal 3 living fossil, search 1, and 1/7 into 8. 8 effect, equip fiber. Then living fossil, like I said earlier, you have to bring back your level 2 tuner back. And go 2/3 into 5. 5 effect, then 5/4 into 9. And going to end phase, mill your smoke grenade because you wasn't able to, not without a sold. Search your gear free, then equip your Oliver to your Charles, then pop the smoke grenade. So I've tried a lot of different combos where it's either I wasn't able to end with like both Savage Charles, or I did end with both, but I didn't go through Roland. So if I don't have Roland, I won't have access to smoke grenade. Then the Charles here just gonna be like a guard that literally doesn't do anything. So that's why I ended up choosing this route and mix the Quandax into this combo. So yeah, this is essentially a single fiber combo where you can still end with Savage Charles with a Roland in the graveyard. Obviously, because it's a single fiber combo, you won't have any like protection with it. But at the same time, you can still enter the fact you can still enter these two is still kind of amazing for how this deck is, to be honest. So we just covered how the single fiber combo works, right? But there also could be some weird situation. Imagine in order to make a fiber, you actually have to use your 001 already. At that point, your fiber cannot summon 001. What can be at those kind of situations? Because you might end with not having like a machine or whatever possible situation, right? So let's just start with the next couple different combos where you can do where you start by using 001 into a single fiber combo. So start with red layer 001 into fiber effects. This is where it start deviate because I'm trying to like explain different parts where you can summon different kind of tuners. For here, I'm gonna summon out a level 1 tuner. Could be any level 1. And then fiber into cross summon out 2 tokens. The rest is just the same because didn't use the you really didn't use the machine part of the 001. You only used the level, and since the level 1 tuner you summon is the same as 001, so it kind of replace each other. So I'll just speed run the next. Yeah, this is still the same thing as you do the single fiber combo regularly, just because you never really use the machine part of 001. You only really use the level part. So as long as you're able to have like another level 1 tuner, could be Adhara, could be like Valor, could be anything, not just Synchron, rip that. But and at that point, you will still able to do the same thing as like regularly. So we just covered a single fiber combo. If you start with using 001 as the tuner and you summon out a level 1 to pretty much do the same thing because only the level matters. However, it's very possible where you just don't have another level 1 tuner in the deck, which is a very possible thing considering how like Vader is could be good, could be bad in the format, and there's not really other good level 1 tuner you can play in the format. So I'm going to show you here what you're going to do if you have a level 2 tuner left in the deck, which you can pretty much do the same thing. So you get to fiber. I'm going to summon out the level 2, which is Gamba. I mean, this should be a standard in the deck, right? If not Gamba, then you maybe have like what Gamma. That's another level 2 tuner that's actually being played quite popularly. So you can even summon Gamma here. Then fiber into cross. A way to do this is you actually only summoning 1 token because you actually, if you summon more, you actually clog your zones because you won't be able to use the token. You go 2-1 into Marcher effect, bring back Gemba, use Gemba across into the second fiber, and go into Orodon. So at this point, it's the same. And it's true that we skip formula, so you won't be able to get the draw. But the good part is there's still a level 2 tuner left in the graveyard for you to Living Fossil it back later. So at this point, it's still just going to be the same. Orodon. I'm just going to speed run the rest. And yeah, this is still the ending board. You just end phase mill, search, equip, then Charles pop. Standard is the same thing. If you This is a situation where if you don't have another level 1 tuner, but you have a level 2 tuner left in the deck, then you can do the same thing with just a single fiber. Okay, so let's recap. Instead of remembering every single combo I've covered in the past like whole 3 videos, there's an easy way I remember all my combos personally. It's pretty much just to remember the board you will have after you resolve Auroradon. Just because now the combo involving both 001 and Colwyn, it's very easy to clog your own board. Actually, like imagine having just a Nibiru over there can actually just interrupt it yourself for your own combos, which can actually happen. So way to I remember it is just to remember what kind of specific board it's gonna be when I get to a specific point. It's usually after Auroradon. That's like a checkpoint, and based on the board I get to after Auroradon, uh, then there's different steps to the next checkpoint, which is after I use Auroradon Fed to summon Colwyn. And this char you seeing here, there's if you look at the mid Auroradon section, the whole column, this is the all the numbers representing the levels of the monster on the board. 1 through 3 means 1 plus 3 level 3 tokens, and etc. for the rest. And you will see usually what kind of combo in under what kind of different scenarios will lead into what kind of mid Auroradon, the mid board for after Auroradon. And then you know like what kind of different steps you will do differently for after Auroradon. Then this essentially just like summarize everything together. If you look at the steps after Rodon, there are like all the numbers before a monster is usually either its material for synchro summon or it's like cost you tribute off the Rodon to summon Colwyn. And this is the way I really trying to like figure out all my combos. And this is the way I like write down all my notes. And after resolve Colwyn, since Colwyn has to generate 2 more tokens as those trigger 001 again, then it's like you have another checkpoint for all different kinds of board, which is the board you will see under the mid board Colwyn section, that column. And for from that column, there's also like different steps you do after Colwyn and lead to different ending board. A9 is usually Savage Charles because level 8, level 9. 3 A9 in the 1-3-3-3-2 combo. That part, the 3 left is another level 3 Mecha Phantom Beast token. You just can't really use it. Then 4A9 is usually means Charles, Savage, and Arclight, level 4, level 8, level 9. That's usually how I remember everything, which is I just call them by the levels. It's easier for me to like really just explaining the boards. And sometimes if you do like these kind of combos together, it's kind of messy, and using the numbers of like representing their levels instead of their names can be easier to remember a lot of things. Like I think I've covered like majority of the combos under like all different scenarios I listed. But if you have any specific like questions about what possible board it could be, you can always feel free to just go back to earlier this video or even the past 2 videos to like do a review, quicker review for whatever you need to check. And that's it. This is pretty much all I really kind of researched on in the past like week and a half to almost 2 weeks after the Banlist has dropped. And this is pretty much just the lab report for everything about the new Infernoble combos post the Sep.14 Banlist. If you have any questions, any comments, any suggestions, feel free to write them down below in the comment section. Let me know if you feel the video is like innovative, informative, helpful, beneficial to whatever you are like kind of struggle on. give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, follow my Twitch, and join my Discord. And yeah, that's the lab report I have for this new Infernoble deck for all the combos. I will see everyone in the lab in the future. See ya.